A very warm welcome for this 3-week Pranayama 3 international program. It starts tomorrow and will go on till 23rd January. I request Ms. Geeta Shankar, Director of Yoga Studies, to speak a few words.
Good evening to all of you and a very warm welcome. I see a few familiar faces, a few not so familiar faces, but all smiling faces, all looking forward to 3 weeks of learning, 3 weeks of togetherness. So once more, on behalf of Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you. I'm sure that you will all have 3 weeks of fruitful study here. Thank you very much. Welcome all.
Now I request our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Swaminathan, to tell us about the Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram.
Good evening to all of you. Pranams to our Acharya. I once again echo the welcome given by our director, Ms. Geeta Shankar. And I can see very eagerly looking faces here. This particular course is unique in a different way, because this course is being taught by, all the subjects are being taught by very senior faculties in the KYM, where we would also have loved to be there instead of here. It's such a gift to take lessons from such senior gurus here. That is one thing. And some of you may, as Ms. Geeta Shankar pointed out, are already familiar with KYM. As you all, some of you may know that KYM was founded in 1976 by our founder, Sri Desikachar, and how it actually evolved into an international institution from a mere two-room entity. That's what you're going to see in your in these audio visuals later. I'll just give a gist of KYM, KYM's activities. In terms of various departments we have here. It was basically KVM's main strength is, of course, Chikitsa, where therapy is given to the students who seek therapy, which is headed by our Dr. N. Chandrasekharan, who is here. He is, of course, one of your faculty here in this 3 weeks course, which is a special kind of occasion one. And we have a studies department, which of course obviously is in charge of these courses, which is headed by our Ms. Geeta Shankar. So we conduct a lot of programs. You would have known through our websites. It is an annual event. We keep conducting our programs. We conduct postgraduate diploma courses, various other courses, short-term, long-term, for international students, local students. So that's about studies. We have KYM publications, where we publish material propagating Krishnamacharya's teachings in the form of books, CDs, CD-ROMs, DVDs, etc. We have Vedavani, KYM Vedavani, which is in fact based on the traditions of ancient Vedas. Therapeutic Veda teaching, Veda chanting is taught to the students seeking it. And we have KYM Mitra, where underprivileged children in various parts of our country are being taught yoga. In the principle that why only privileged should learn yoga, why not underprivileged? And we have a department which is KYM Outreach, which tends to teach yoga to those persons who are otherwise privileged but are not able to gain who are missing yoga because of various commitments, etc. So that is about KYM Outreach. We have other administration department which caters to all the smooth functioning of various departments. We have a systems department, we have an accounts department. Kind of, this is about KYM's internal departments. You will all be meeting some of us, most of us, in your 3 weeks course of time. I wish you all a very happy and successful learning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request our Managing Trustee, Shri Sridharan, to introduce our faculty.
Hello. Good evening to all of you. Again, welcome to KYM. I am very happy to see a lot of you who are already known to us very well. I feel like my son and daughter coming back. You know, that happens in our family. Son is in America, the daughter is somewhere else. And then we meet once in a year or once in 2 years. And I see them here like this, you know, like our son, daughter, brother, sister. Really very happy to see you, some of you here who have been already with us. Of course, for those of you who are coming for the first time, also it doesn't look like you are coming for the first time. Now I need to talk a few words about this program, how we conceive, and in a very brief way what you can expect and who are all going to teach you as we talk. Basically, every year we are looking at, we have one international program, some of you have attended, which is a 4-week program. We just called it, the name slightly changes. Now we are calling it as part of yoga. That's what Gita gave the new name. We used to call it as the Introduction to Yoga, Krishnamacharya, Yoga of Krishnamacharya. A very popular program, we recently finished. We are going to have one in February also. It's a 4-week-long program. Some of you would have attended it. I think a few of you have attended. And it talks about yoga in an overall perspective, but very from basics. About what is done in KYM, the teachings of Krishnamacharya. A very popular program. This is used to be once a year. Because of demand, it's been become twice a year now. Now, to follow up, there has been demand as to how we continue with what we learned. We would like to come back, we would like to learn more. Has been a demand from a lot of people. They have expressed it in their feedback. So we also wanted to devise certain things which will give you the feeling of continuing and learning more than what you have learned there. So a lot of topics were chosen based on even demand, and Gita put them into some order and said one such thing that can be looked at is pranayama. We are also going to announce some programs with Yoga Sutra, only Yoga Sutra. Of course, there is going to be more other tools of yoga which are also going to be looked into in an intensive way. So this is the first time that we conceived this program, which we call it as a program on pranayama. So we even decided what should go through in this. We first thought of even 2 weeks, and then we put into the stuff and found out that 2 weeks may not be enough for that. So we decided to add 1 more week. I'm giving you the entire history from what we did in our time. So this has been going on for the last about 6 to 9 months. We have been planning this program, and somehow we decided, okay, this is the stuff that we will deliver. And we wanted to focus in this program with pranayama as the main focus of the two. We have yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. And whenever we talk of yoga, we talk as a whole. And we talk of Yoga Sutra separately. So your 4-week program will contain something on pranayama, something on asana, something on Yoga Sutra. But this program will be mainly focused on pranayama. But when we talk of pranayama, we need to talk of other tools also, because they are all together. So when I talk of my chest, I will have to talk of my hands and my feet also. So since it is an anga, it is a part, we attached the other things to that. So we cannot say every day morning pranayama and end with pranayama alone, which is the main focus. So what are all the other things that go along with pranayama to explain what is this pranayama? Why it is so important? Okay, what is the background of this? So we will go from the basics, right from what is breathing, from the basics, right up to, in fact the last week is for higher ups like mandas and all that, which is very important. So we conceived it, we sat together with our faculties for some time, once, twice, thrice. We called the faculties, I called some of the senior faculties here, others, and I asked them to make presentations. They made some presentations, they read through some of the text, their notes. And finally we said, okay, this is the first time we are doing it, we will do it ourselves. Like then I called our senior most faculties and I requested every one of them, all of them, and I joined myself and they said, we will be the faculty here. Okay. So at one place we want to offer you one of the best programmed things which we hope that will come out in the same way in which we have programmed it. We want you to learn more deeply into the aspects of pranayama in a very systematic way, in an experiential way. And like any other program, we have the day divided into 6 sessions. So the morning starts at 7:30 every day and up to 8:20, 50 minutes, where there will be a practice session. This practice session, as I have told earlier to all the participants who have been coming to us, see, we don't believe in group practice, as every one of you know, and most of you know very. Our focus is on individual practice, and that is what we call as a strength. But then what is this group practice? This group practice, which is given to all of you, is to synchronize. It is just like a preparation. It is not your individual practice. Your individual practice is what probably you will do, or if you want, some of you also take some sessions here. This is an overall practice, like all of you sit here, then before I start, we do some prayers. We do something so that we sync. At the physical level, you do something, you experience that. So like a least common factor, we give you a asana practice session which will make all of you do together, sync yourself, so that you are getting ready for the day, and that will be done by Geeta herself. See, look at first faculty, director of studies, and she is going to be with you. She will be helped by Renu. As she said, Renu is one of our senior faculty. Is a very energetic person. She will put energy into the whole thing. You can see her do a lot of postures and all that, but not that you should do all the postures. We will see to it that this practice will be a common factor, and that will prepare you for the day. So that you sit down, and at physical level, you will have the energy to sit down, and the whole day you will go through. They will certainly introduce certain concepts into that. It is not, there will be some concepts into that. It is not episode way, and they will build it up over a period of all the 15 days. So the first session you start with an asana practice. Then there will be a nice breakfast. Of course, some of you would have already had the breakfast, Indian breakfast. Those of you who are coming for the first time to Chennai, be careful about what is served. We are very happy to serve everything that we can offer to you. But you should be careful enough to eat what is good for you. Because sometimes some of this hot stuff may find its way into your colon and do some problems. Be careful about it. Then at 9 o'clock, this session is called as Theory of Pranayama with reference to classical text. See, all our practice, what we are teaching is based on our text earlier. The texts are like Yoga Sutra, Atyo Pratipika, Yoga Yagnalika Samhita, Yoga Ragasya, some of the teachings of, most of the teachings of Sri Krishnamacharya handed down to us by our teacher Deshkar. I will be talking to you on that. I will be talking to you on what is pranayama as given in our text. Not only pranayama, all related things which are related to pranayama. Certainly I will be talking about other things also. Then at 10 minutes break, then at 10 o'clock, we have a beautiful special session. We call this as use of sounds in pranayama, or I would like to call this as Vedic chanting, use of Vedic chanting, or Vedic chanting as a tool in pranayama. Vedic chanting as a tool in pranayama, and somebody has already guessed who is going to do that. I can find a lot of smiles here. You know who is going to do that? Can anybody guess? You have guessed it correctly. Ah, that's right. See, look at it. See, look at this. How can you decide on what all things that we are deciding here? Okay, good. So she is going to do. So I have requested Menaka. We sat together even on Saturday. I have requested Menaka to give you a lot of practical things. Like you will do sound. You will do Vedic chanting. At the same time, Vedic chanting is a tool here, particularly helping in pranayama. It helps in everything. In pranayama, it helps as a tool. So she will use a lot of Vedic chants, teach you Vedic chants, explain how they are tools here in affecting your breathing at various patterns and all that. I'm sure you will enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be a very, very popular session. I know my session may not be very popular, but still, I'm sure Menaka's session will be very, I know that ultimately, I should guess. At 11 o'clock is going to be, Shahida is not here. We have lined up a very senior teacher, Shahida Murthy. I don't know, any of you would have seen her. She's a good chanter herself, very senior teacher. She will be giving you a pranayama practice. Look, pranayama means you will not be just sitting down and breathing. There will be some preparation, but this pranayama practice, I have told Shahida to orient it in such a way that a lot of principles that you are hearing there, here with somebody else, we will try to incorporate there and make you feel it. Somebody says, exhalation longer is good for you, blah blah, this right, they right. But you will do that exhalation longer and find out for yourself what is happening. That is the idea at 11 o'clock. Okay? 11 o'clock, but it is winter for us. That is why 11 is not a very, difficult time. Otherwise, if it is May, you will all be sweating. We call this as winter. We don't have any, snow and all that. 11:50 to 3 will be lunch. You will break for lunch. You will go to your place, have lunch and come back. And at 3 is going to be a very important session, what we call as practical aspects of pranayama. See, I am talking theory. I am saying what is prana, what is meant by pranayama, all those things I will write on the board. But Dr. N. Chandrasekhar, who is the director of Idishka, and I can see a lot of you already smiling, you know him well, and he is going to talk to you about the practical aspects. Practical aspects is what is prana, you will say what is this breath, why we call this, and what is happening, what is the various types. So he has lined up, he has got his own ideas, and there could be some, his style of doing is also something like workshop and all that. Maybe he will throw some idea and he will, he will ask some of you to do some workshop and all that. I am very sure you will get all those ideas. At 3:50, you will have a tea break for about up to 4:10. Then at 4:10, you will end up the day with a meditative practice that is done by Dr. Lata Satish. She is one of our trustees, senior most teacher consultant, and she is such a personality. She takes care of our research also. She is not here, you can see her on Monday. That meditative practice is for you to unwind for the day. Like the starting with Gita, you energize, you need to unwind for the day, you need to accumulate whatever you have, learned in the day. You would like to reflect on what has been stated. So that is done at 4:10, and it will be a mild way of, closing the day. And as usual, I suggest that in the theory classes like mine or Dr. MC, we will give the lectures and you are welcome to interact. The ideal situation is you wait for some time, allow the person to flow, and then ask your questions. Write down your questions, you are welcome to interact. And one more thing is, since this is the first time that, for example, if we do the 4-week course, that is, we have done number of times. We have a lot of feedback, we know what we are doing, and this is the first time. So please be free to tell us if you would like certain things to be addressed about and all that. But wait for some time. Because, don't jump to an idea, oh I didn't get it or I got it. So wait for some time, you will certainly get it. But you are welcome to interact. And on the technical side, if you have anything to talk about, please talk to Geeta Shankar. You can tell her about it in the lunch. She will always be with you, going around and finding out. But I think you will get a feel of the program only after 2-3 days. We also feel that we will get it only after 2-3 days. Okay, so you will get an idea, oh, this is how probably this is going in the direction. So an intensive program on pranayama focus is what we are looking at. So I welcome you to this program, special program. I wish you all the best, and I think we will have a good journey. We also learn it along with you, as I have been telling you. It is not that we just teach. I know most of you are all very senior teachers. You have your own experience, you have your own learning. So what is the speciality between you and me is, I am near the source. I am near the source, you are slightly away. That's what the difference is. Otherwise we are all together, and we have a lot of experience because we handle a lot of people here. 1,000 classes per month, about 300 consultations, a variety of people. That is the speciality, and KOM's tradition is the backing. But otherwise we are all together in the journey of learning. So I welcome you all into this. And if you have any doubts about the non-technical aspects like any administration, Swaminathan will help you. He has his office here. So if you would like to know something other than the technical side, Sita will take care. And before I close, I want to tell you, our building is coming up very fast. Not very fast, slightly slow, but still. But still, on 28th of February, we are looking to go, provided Swaminathan gives the signal. He is 24 hours, he is at it. I wish, one day why don't you take them together? I wish all of you go, see the place, and wish us all the best, so that, we go very early there, and before long you will also come and enjoy one program there. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Now I request all the participants to introduce each one of you.
Well, would you like?
Just stand up.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea.
My name is Simon and I live in Wales. I run a centre, we call it Centre for the Creative Spirit, where we put on an eclectic mix of workshops aimed at encouraging inner awakening. And I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you.
My name is Teresa Bouchard, and I'm from Canada, and I live in the mountains, Whistler, and they have a lot of snow there. It's very cold, and this is very hot for me. So anyways, I'm really happy to be here and looking forward to the course.
Hi, my name is Xenia. I'm from Cologne. I've been a yoga teacher for 4 years now. I don't know. This is my third time in the Mandiram. I'm very happy to be here. Yeah, that's it already. Thanks. My name is Renata. I'm from Switzerland, and it's the third time I'm here at the Mandiram, and I'm very curious to know about.
My name is Meisa. I live in Amsterdam, but I was born in Slovenia. I was a dancer for many years. I finished the yoga teacher program in Amsterdam, but I work for the scientific publisher in an office at the moment. And it's my first time visiting India. Thank you.
My name is Catherine Otis, and I'm honored to be here right now. We read Heart of Yoga in yoga school, and it's just really, really moving to be here right now. And I live in San Francisco, California, and I'm a yoga teacher as well. I've been teaching since 2005, and I look forward to deepening in teaching.
Hello, I am Lorenzo. I come also from Switzerland with Renata. And it's also the first time for me to be here. I'm very happy and very interested to see what will happen in the next days.
Hello, my name is Marlène Dumas from Quebec, Canada, the French part, the opposite of you. It's cold too. I just finished the yoga teacher program 4 years, so I said to me, I have to go in India to see the school. And I came here, I didn't know what's happening. And I'm very glad to be with you and that you is a place for me too. I'm teaching yoga, so I will learn about a lot. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Christine, and it's really nice to be back. I was here last year to do the 4-week course, and I'm just really happy to be back in Chennai.
Hi, my name is Rebecca. They smell really good. I love yoga. I'm so happy to be here. I am chanting in the Vedic chanting program. We had our 3rd module in November, and I'm in India. Wow. Okay.
Good evening, my name is Laurent. I'm from France. I'm also following the same course as Rebecca for being a Vedic chanting teacher. In real life, I'm a physicist. I'm doing science in France. And also since 1 year, I'm also a yoga teacher. and I'm very glad to be here, and I'm expecting a lot from my teachers. And we will see. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Katja Rick. I'm from Germany as well. I'm from Berlin. And yes, I'm very grateful to be here, and I was very delighted to see the special about Pranayama, as I, experience it myself to be very, very important to myself and to my health. So I'm very curious, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Kia ora, I'm Diane from New Zealand. I am very grateful that we have the course in the English, and so I appreciate that this must be hard for some of you. I was a little embarrassed coming back for the third time. I wanted to hide, but the way you say familiar made me feel as though I was coming back to my family, and I feel very, very warmly appreciate it. Thank you.
My name is Gladys. I come from South Africa, and I've been in yoga many years, not so much as a teacher, but just following the path. And I'm just so grateful to be here and so look forward.
My name is Brian. I think this is the fourth or the fifth time that I have been here. And it's only now that I bring reinforcements from South Africa. And what I must say is that I'm always totally humbled by the fact that we come here and we have a seed planted, Swabawa is planted, and it's one tree. And then when you review a period of years, it's amazing how much more comes out and what else grows. And I'm just truly humbled. And we arrived in the early hours of the morning and came straight through it, and as a result haven't had much sleep. And just it's coming home, and all that is forgotten. And I'm very honored and humbled to be back here.
Hello, my name is Jeanette from Germany. I'm a yoga teacher, and this is my third time as well, and I'm really happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to this course.
I just want to add one or two points. As we can see, we are now actually 17 people registered for this program, and 16 are here now. 17 have come. Okay. One will join. As you can see, the composition has. This is not a really very homogeneous group. For the simple reason is there are people who have gone through our 4 weeks program, additional 2 weeks program. Also, one or two of you are introduced to this tradition through the KHY of teachings, and there are also a few, like 4 or 5, who are probably getting into our system for the first time. The challenge here is, when we do the 4-week program, that takes you to a level of understanding. See, for example, if somebody comes from another tradition, you will be looking at why you do like this. When you bend forward, you want to exhale. Why? See, for example, like that, when you do this, what is the breathing connection? There are certain subtle differences in the teachings between other traditions. This happens in India, internationally now in yoga. In fact, in India we have formed an association, and we called it as Indian Yoga Association. 18-19 schools, important schools have joined. What we found as the problem is about the teachings. We want to maintain the identity of the teachings and still would like to have some joining done and all that. So what I'm saying is, maybe as we proceed with our classes, there could be a situation where we may be talking something which you know already. Some of you say, oh, I have heard it earlier, but that probably is because we want the others to be with us. Okay. And if any of you find that we have jumped and we are only addressing 5-6 people here, please do get back and tell us, please, how do you talk about it? What is the idea here? Probably we assume that you know that. Okay. So you are welcome, but please stop and ask us, okay, I have a doubt here. Maybe the others would have known about it. So to start with, we will find these levels, That's one thing I wanted to tell you. We need some patience, both the sides. Hope we have that. And at personal level, tomorrow, actually I should be starting at 9 o'clock, but as I was just sharing with you, I have to be in Bombay for a very important meeting of an association which we have formed, and you will all be happy and surprised to see that I have requested my teacher, Krishnamacharya, to talk to you at 9 o'clock. That's a great bonus for you, don't you think so? I know you all are saying, why not he continue? But it will be difficult. And you will have to bear with me, because from Tuesday I will continue.
We'll end the program with a chanting now, and we'll provide you some snacks while you watch a short film about our KYM.
Mayi medham, medham mayi, mayi. Om mayi medham, medham mayi, mayi medham, medham mayi, mayi medham, medham mayi. Mayi prajam, prajam mayi, mayi prajam, prajam mayi, mayi prajam, prajam mayi, prajamiti prajam, mayi agnir, agnir mayi, mayi agni, agnistejo, tejo, agnir, agnisteja.